just like that, we are live. Howdy, folks. Excited to see y'all. Thank you for joining me today. Let's get this set up. I moved my screen up and now it's a little wonky and everything feels new and fun and weird. But hello. Lovely to hear y'all. Obviously there. Fair enough. I would say I actually got a lot of work done today. Not exactly what I need to get done, but a lot of productive stuff was done. So I'll take it. Hello? Yes. It's gonna be fun. That's the goal. We're happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. Thank you for joining me. Let me drink some water. Just fill this up. But yeah, no, today's been a productive day. It's been a good day. Let's hope the app cooperates with us on this fine. Let's hope the app cooperates with us on this fine Tuesday or Wednesday, where I happen to be in the world. Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. It's not Monday anywhere anymore. Let's see here. So we got the background on. We got all this stuff set up. So let's boot up our app, shall we? We'll jump right in, spend 5 minutes talking about what we did yesterday, probably even less than that. Because it was not my finest code work, I'm gonna be honest. And then at the end, we should hopefully. Oh, my iCloud's almost full. Ooh, sorry. I'll have to deal with that eventually. But yeah, we managed to get a decent amount of stuff done yesterday. So that's fun. We're excited about that. Let's see here. Look into my GitHub page here. And you find the repository. So also I can drop it in the chat. But yeah, we're changing. We've got the music up. Music's playing, which is good. Let's see here. Yeah, we got an initial commit. It's got all this stuff, right? Why does this look... Alright, so the GitHub repository doesn't even have everything that we need. So, oh yeah. Checking for the events. Thank you. It's 5:40 a.m. Please don't do that to yourself. Go to bed. Here's the GitHub repository. I'm going to push the most recent code up to it as well. It is 6 p.m. here. Like I said, I've had a very productive day. Went to class, had a final project presentation. Also, in addition to that, did multiple hours of a final paper. Got a lot of stuff done there. And then I also worked a little bit on... and I also went rock climbing, actually. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. That was great. We do like being productive. It's great. Star for me, if you will. Let me git add all, git commit -m. Oh yeah, I have a chart. I have a little chart with little star magnets. Maybe I'll bring it up eventually on a different stream. But I've got a little chart that has a little it's little magnets that you stick on for completing tasks. So I have one for doing my homework. Oh, and also I did my assignment due Thursday. I fully started and finished that. So very productive day. But yeah, it's little magnets that you stick on, and then you can count them at the end. You can give yourself prizes. So I really like that. That's very fun. It's one of my favorite purchases. I got it at a random store almost a year ago. It's great. Git push, please. Let's do that. Hooray! We did it. Should be up to date now. Beautiful. Yeah, so that's the GitHub repository y'all will need for catching up for everything that we did in part 1. So let's go ahead and take a look here at what we managed to accomplish. Just start with the auth view. So if I share my screen, go ahead and open a window. Cool. Couldn't join yesterday, but I'm joining in today. Welcome. Happy to see you. I have a question. Which is the best mobile app dev framework for a novice? Wonderful. I think this really depends on what you're looking for. So I think the best mobile app framework for a novice is twofold. Number one, it's the one that's going to motivate you to actually do, like, make things and do stuff. So if you're not going to enjoy Android, don't work with Android. If you're not going to enjoy iOS, don't work with iOS. For example, if you only have a Windows computer, working with iOS is significantly tougher. I'd incentivize against that. And it gets like iOS native development in Swift. I hold a very soft spot for Swift and iOS development. Swift was my first programming language. I've made my very first projects were all iOS apps. It's what I know best. That is my favorite. Yes. Really depends on what you like. I like Flutter, I think, out of all of the cross-platform frameworks the most. Just mostly because I'm more familiar. Like, I don't come from a web development background, really, so I never really I don't love React, and so I don't love React Native because it just kind of feels like I'm building a web app. But some people love it for that reason, right? It's very easy to move from building an app, like a web app, to then building a mobile app with something like React Native. So there's that. But yeah, I would say good for novices. Android, like building Android apps with Kotlin. Good for novices building iOS apps with Swift. Good for novices building cross-platform apps in React Native or Flutter, or both. Hey. I did not say I don't like React. I said I'm not a fan of React. It's not my favorite. I'll leave it at that. All right, well, here's what we did yesterday. If y'all can see here, if it'll reload, here is our little app. Comes with a little nice background, little text, and then these 2 sign-in buttons. Ooh, I don't really like the way that they look, so I think I kind of want to try and modify them a little bit. So for a couple of things that I want to fix up is this image. I kind of want to make it smaller. So let's do it as a frame. I kind of want to do the same thing. We'll do not frame 2. Yeah, no. What size is this image originally? I do not remember, so I cannot tell you. Let's see. What size are it? 800 by 641. Okay. So if I were wanting to shrink it to be roughly the same size, so if I were to divide it in half, so that'd be 400 by, not so 641 divided by 2 is 320. Oh, then that does the same thing. Alignment center. What if I did it like 200 by 160? No, not 1600. No, 160. There we go. I like that a lot better. That's a good start. Okay. Never said you. Fair enough. I will potentially agree that. I know it's kind of frustrating too, especially because I feel like the sun still rises very early, but it just sets super early too. At least when I was in Iceland, like 3 weeks ago, the sun would rise at 10 p.m. Or sorry, the sun would rise at 10 a.m. But it wouldn't also set until 4 p.m. Which is like fine because I felt like I was waking up and the sun wasn't up, but I still got like the full 6 hours of sunlight. However, when like here, unless I wake up at 6:30, I'm already missing sunlight, and that feels kind of upsetting because I don't like waking up. Like I don't like waking up before the sun, but I feel like if I only have 6 hours, or like 8 hours here, or even, yeah, if I only have 8 hours here, I have to make the most of it. And especially because of like the way I am geographically and the way that like my time zones work, my sun sets at like 4:15, I think. Um, no, the 10 a.m. sunrise was really, really funny. Like, very strange if you're coming in from like a completely different background. See, I don't like how like this is not the same color. So I want to get color from image real quick. Um and I want to pull that exact same blue that we have in that photo here. Let me grab it. I think it's in here. Yep. So it's yeah, so that's why it's too blue. This should be 139. That's a lot better. Okay, great. I'm already liking this a lot better. Well, long story short, here's what we accomplished yesterday. Oh, nice. Um, yeah, so this already looks a lot better. I think the only thing now I don't really love is the padding between these. Remove that. Um, maybe add some padding behind the text instead. Padding. And then if I did it like this. No, like that. Empowering productivity, one task at a time. Cool. This feels better. The only thing that I still don't like is how the buttons look different. Because they do look very different, but they don't look different in a way that looks good. I want to swap the way that these look, and then I think we can move into a little bit of the app itself. Is they have this GIG sign-in button, which I understand making, but also I kind of want to go with more of what we also have sign-in button in black. See, like they effectively do that the same way. I'm gonna think on that. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh my goodness. I've been, like I said, I've been busy all day and I feel like I haven't had enough water. Which the fact that I left my water bottle in my apartment didn't really help. But you know, it's fine. Okay. So I don't like the modify. Let's do some Google search, shall we? I want to modify GID sign in button Swift, please. Swift UI, I guess. Yeah, I want to add in Swift UI, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, can I do button dot? Doesn't just have a color scheme. It also has a style. Yeah. And I want that to be dot dark, right? Or standard. Let's try standard. But standard is just the default one. So let me try icon only. Let's see what that looks like. This should hypothetically make a super wonky button where it's just the Google logo right now. So could I hypothetically make my own button in here? Because that might be the same thing. Because if you just return the view, like that. Like I could, instead of using the GID sign-in button and returning the button itself, I could create my own button, supposedly. So if I were to comment out all of this, okay, well, I'm missing a return, so I won't compile right now. But would I hypothetically be able to, I kind of, out of curiosity, want to just try it where I take in this button instead. So I would take in, like, if I just try to make these two buttons the same way, and they would look the same way. So see, now it's return the GID sign-in button. Because what I don't really like is how one of the buttons is, like, if we go back to the mobile view here, I'll show it real quick. Well, now I can't because it's an icon only mode, but go back to standard prefer mode. You see how this button is too, I don't know if I like, what if I did both of them in white? Maybe that would help. Try white outline. Let me see. Let's see this one. No, I closed it. If I try it both with white, and then, but I don't like the white outline. I think, okay, in that case, I think I need to go with a black background. I need both the buttons to be white. I think it has to be that way. And then I won't mess around with anymore. I know it looks better, but they don't look good together. That's the whole issue. Like, I don't like the way that they look together instead of background color for the app. hypothetically should just be able to do background and then color. Try to steal this background, right? And then I need to ignore safe area. At least it better. Really? Yeah. Why is the background not? Why is the background not going over the whole page? That's the whole point of the background. Yeah. SwiftUI does not love me. At least not right now. No, it has to sit on here. And it doesn't fit the entire. I might try a Z-Stack because I also know that works. I don't even know if I like the background color though. I'm just trying to figure it out. Just fine, nothing wrong with that, but it's not my time. Let's try color.yellow.ignore safe area. Also should probably. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Change the whole background color. Not to bright yellow, obviously, but I think I want to use this color instead, which does kind of suck in terms of the. So true. Let's see it. Come on. There we go. That's better. Except that it doesn't. Oh, but it doesn't look good with the image. Let me try and find I've got this website that I go to whenever I want to try and find complementary colors. That I'm just gonna share real quick. So we're gonna do that. Let's go to coolers.co, please. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite websites. If it'll load, there we go. Start the generator, and I need to grab the colors from the. Yeah, I need to grab the colors from here. What color are you? That's the color from the green from the image. That's the color of the blue, I'm pretty sure. No, that's the color of the blue in the image. It's the blue that we really have. And then there's this light gray in the photo. Let's try those. Select these three. Figure out if we can. Maybe I should just try this gray color. Can I get your values in RGB? 214, 215, 217. Got it. What's that? Share screen. Go back to Xcode. Let's see. Coolers is lovely. All right. So that's 214. Oh, pink. 215 and 217. Okay, I kind of like this better. But I still don't like how different these buttons look. So, we're making a custom Google Sign button. Just don't like that drop shadow. It's annoying me. None of this looks like what I want. No, because you can't. I would love to have both of them be black, but there's no black Google like official button, if that makes sense. So I'd have to make my own, and I just don't know whether I like that or not. I do like the gray background though, it looks nice. I'm gonna leave that no matter what, but I would like for these two buttons to look the same. That's all. At the very least, be like the same height, because no matter what height I set it to, it's not listen to me. It just changes the height of the box. Oh, and now it's too wide. Because for some reason it won't let me change. Like you see, like for some, like well, not for some reason. I know why it won't let me change it, but I also don't like it. Like long story short, I have a modifier to make the button shorter. That's set to like what was it, 260, I think? 280. 85? Okay. Like close enough, right? But no matter what I had to set the height to, as long as it's anything more than 20, I think not even that. Like I can set the height to 0. Well, then it behaves weird. But you know what I mean. Like I can set the height to 1, and it doesn't change how big it's sized. So you've got this button that's like slightly less long than this one. Well, not slightly even less long. It's slightly shorter. And then they have completely different fonts and completely different colors, which I don't like. So, yeah, I can't modify any of these buttons' properties because I didn't make this button. It's this GID sign-in button that Google makes. I have to use either their button or I have to make one completely from scratch. That's why even when I go for like button.style and I try to set it to be dot icon only, that's why you then get this weird. Well, now it won't it'll show it eventually, but we've got to wait for it to load. Like then you get this, but then even if I try to add on to it, it'll have a weird shadow. Like back when I made my old app a long time ago, I had a custom Google. Honestly, I might steal my custom Google button from myself. Please hold. I'm gonna try and get my own button. I've already made one. I made one for a project not too long ago. I kind of really, really want it right now. So that would be yeah, so let me just. So long story short, I have this app that I've had for a while, but I need to get from it a couple things. First off, I need the Google logo. Great. Then I also need all this stuff. But see, now this is my old code and it looks ugly and I don't like it. Well, I don't mind it, it's fine, but like. So to explain, here's what my button looks like. So this is my old button and it's gonna throw a bunch of errors while I put it in, but give it some slack because it does work, I think. and then just sign in. Yeah. Oh, this is my old button, which I've made a while ago. I think I'm missing a closing brace, probably. Yeah. Oh, totally. I'm missing at least a few. Actually, just one. But yeah, so long story short, this is what the button looks like, and it looks a lot better than I can do sign in with Google, and then I could do instead sign with Apple here. And I've got the Google logo saved. Oh, apparently I just downloaded. No, I did download it. Thank you. So let me grab it, rename it, the Google logo, and put it in. There we go. Then in here, do Google Dash logo. Oh, wait. Also, I don't have a login dash logo, so this can go away. That's what I'm saying. I've made this. I mean, I'm luckily I've made it, but like it looks a lot better already than trying to work with this Google button. But I was trying to give the Google button the benefit of the doubt. Don't get me wrong. And that was gonna take forever to load. Maybe a good time for a little bit of a break. Let me fill up on my water. And then, but nah, I want to see it through first, actually. Yeah, there we go. So like now the button's too big, but I can work with this. Like unironically, I can work with this because then what I can do is just go through whatever the frame is here, and I can just do it frame with 280. Okay, the text is too big. Well, that's fine. This is easily fixable. Or I guess not. Why is the text? Oh, the logo's probably too big. Let's do like 20 and 20. Still, text is still a touch too big. Dot font size, right? For size, what was it? The font. When I change the font size and why? Sometimes I forget the syntax. Yeah, I want to set the font. Okay, so it's literally font dot system. No. And then the size I want, I don't know, 18. Let's try that. Okay, that's too small. 24. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Should have just changed the color. Oh, that's unfortunate. You know what? Yeah. What is a good? I guess I could go for a white here, and then here I can go for dot black. That should work. Theoretically. Oh no. Well, I can just do it as 0, 0 and just make it black instead. Oh, we get a teal blue in the meantime. Okay, and now I can just make them look kind of the same still. They're slightly off, but I know why that is. Because first off, this one's got a drop shadow that I can remove. No, I like font weight medium. Put it in here though, because that makes more sense. Because then they look the same. And then I can remove this drop shadow. I think. Oh, it does not like that for some reason. It probably is slightly bigger. It also might be the text, like because the word is longer. But I can try 22. You know, 22 looks too small. Yeah, 23 looks good. I'm calling it that. Could I add in a shadow into the Apple button? Or will it complain about that? It will complain about that, won't it? So sad. Okay. Well, because I wanna remove this shadow here. Right, so this is the corner rounding. I need that to stay. But I can get rid of this shadow, and I think they'll look the same. No, the corners on this one are slightly more rounded. 5. I'm gonna scrutinize this for a second. Please hold. Okay. I think the font needs to be larger. Yeah. Okay. I like this. This is good. Success. This is beautiful. We love it. Okay, except I want more spacing in between these, actually. Can I add in some spacing like I don't know, 60? Or does that V-stack spacing not even do anything? Can I just remove this entirely? Probably. Yep. Sweet. Cool. And then Command. Yeah, spacing between the Apple button, the words above. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Command Shift I to reindent, please. No, that's to build. Okay for cleaning. No, that's to clean the bit folder, but Control Shift I to reindent. I forget the command to reindent all the time. Reindent code, Xcode, please. How do I do that? Control Command Control I. Oh, I do have a control button. True. Okay. Yeah, I want to increase. So first off, I can get rid of this guy because I don't longer need him. Second, thank you. I'm happy we did it. And then let's see here. I want to increase the spacing between the buttons because as you can see here, we've got some spacers. So go to spacer at the top. Now you've got padding on all of these guys. So let's add in some padding here. Add in some padding here. I don't think it's in like the padding on the SwiftUI button. Okay, well that's not too much padding. So get rid of this padding. Get rid of this padding. No. Okay. Get rid of this padding. Still don't like the padding on the top here, unironically. Okay, so I think I just need bottom padding on. I honestly need like top and bottom padding on this guy. Padding, and its edges. It's what top. What was the exact way in which you pad? I forget. Padding. Padding. No. We're Googling this because I want to make it look nice. There we go. That's how you do it. Okay. It goes in the these. Yes. Dot top, dot bottom, and then it goes 20, I think. 20. Right? Yes. Why do you have so much padding though between? No, that's the images spacer. Why do you get so much padding? Okay, I don't want padding on the top. Just want padding on the bottom. Let's try that. Okay, so this is... Okay, I want padding on the top. So instead it'd be like 5 pixels. Instead of 20, because that looks weird. Why does it increase the padding so much? Right? Because 20, 0, 1, 120. Okay. So what if I, instead of having this padding on the top, add some padding to the bottom of this? That makes it like 10 pixels. 2. 2 looks good. So there we go. And then I want to add in some more padding here. We'll do like 25. No, actually like 20 better. And then I think I want to add in a little bit of padding to the bottom of this button here. Both of these. And that'll be just bottom padding. I'm talking like 5 pixels, I think. Yeah. Actually, yes or no? The tiniest little gap. There we go. Great. Okay. So we've got this. Now we can sign off Apple, sign off Google. Beautiful. We've done it. Except I need a physical device to test, and I don't remember why I put my phone, so that will probably have to call a break for that. But we did, in fact, do it, and that is beautiful. So there's that. This is the login page for our little app. We're going to go ahead and commit and push this, and then we're going to take a break probably until about 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock my time, so we're talking about 12 minutes, and then we'll be back and we'll build on some features. It'll be fun. So let's do git add. Git commit -m, login looks good. I'm calling it login looks good. Git push, and like mentioned yesterday or earlier in this stream, for those of you who are looking to get the iOS GitHub repository, yes, ta-da, enjoy. So on that note, I'm going to officially call our break for the next 11 minutes, starting with about 4 seconds. We'll hit 6:49 or 7:49 or whatever time it is everywhere else in the world, and then we'll do the coming back soon ticker, and then we'll do the I'll put on the little slash, and then I will see you all in 10-ish minutes, and it will be time for a cool transition. Ta-da! And we're back, but we're gonna have to take some time to fix something because I made a kind of big mistake. And we'll talk about it when I fix it. Because right now, no. Okay, let's see here. Hello. Welcome back, y'all. Or welcome back to me. Let me do get reset. Give me some time to fix my mistakes. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Haven't decided yet. Something googly. But I don't know what. Need We did interact a little bit with the Firebase for logging in. Like we have the Firebase set up, which is actually why I'm trying to fix stuff right now. Because your girl accidentally committed a private key, which is not great, obviously. So you know what? We're just gonna start. We're just gonna start from scratch with this one. Move to trash, please. Okay, add move key. Get rich. All right. Let me let's do X code recommended. Let's add an recommend.getIgnore before we keep going. No, please ask away. I'm happy you're asking. Swift for front end. Well, first of all, I should say mobile languages don't really have a front or a back end, or like mobile apps don't really have a front or a back end the same way that like a lot of websites do, just because your phones process stuff a little differently than a website does, for better or for worse. So for a database, we'll be using Firebase. Swift for everything else is the best way to describe it, at least for now. I'm gonna need to re-download our I'm gonna need to re-download our key real quick. So let me do that because I accidentally put that. Let me just redo it. This is why it's important to not push. I know it already exists. Tell me now, please. Thank you. And this is because I messed up. This is an important lesson, not pushing your keys. Because retroactively, you've got a lot more work. Let's download it. And pop the file. I haven't had a public repository with keys in a long time. So now you get to my gitignore. Okay. Yeah, I've got this part set up. Don't worry. This part's all done. Continue the console. Yes. Thank you. We did it. Anyway, let's see here. Do-do-do. I want to remove this if I'm mistaken. Source control. Not even on changes. Okay. So how do I add a file to ignore, please? Okay, how can I open my gitignore? I think I had that open earlier. Yep. Then I just wanted to back to where the app is. Grab it. Here. And then delete all this stuff because it's not relevant. So fun! I can't let you see any of this because then you're going to see my keys. That's not good. No. Yeah. I don't. It's controlled me, right? Get help. Okay. 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 How do I save? Please. Okay. I'm going to check the GitHub repository before I keep going. I did it. Actually. Well, I don't know if I did it, but it works. So we'll do that. We'll call it a day there. 7-11. Cool. Close out all these guys. Close out this. Close out that. Close out this. Blanket. Behind me. Okay, yeah. We'll add in a read later. Right now I want to build more stuff. Kind of been... we're just not going to think about that. It's fine. Okay, so now hypothetically, you should be able to log in with your Apple account, log in with your Google account. Then, right now, we don't have any of the appropriate stuff, permissions on this physical device. Yeah, I know it quite unexpectedly. Don't worry, it's not actually that unexpected. It's very much expected, but that's okay. So I want to build out some screens for the actual tasks that happen later, right? So let's maybe go to Firebase for now. Something different for a little bit. And then I took my face away. That was not what I wanted to do. But within that, what I kind of want to try and do is get some database, generated content, machine learning, cloud messaging, hosting, analytics, Google Analytics, in-app messaging, notifications. Yeah, I want to make authentication. Please. Yeah, I know I can manually users. That's fine. Also, I can share my screen. Sorry. Ah, my goodness. I didn't even get to take my break because I found that because I got an email from Git that my private key got compromised, so I had to deal with that. So I might actually have to unironically take another break, but it's fine. Create a database. I want to create a database. Okay, sure. Database ID default, location NAM5. Sure. Oregon, LA, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, South Carolina, Northern Virginia. Really? Those are my options? Okay, I'll go with United States, I guess. Huh. Cool. Start in production mode. Or start in test mode. I want to start in test mode. I want to start in production mode. I think I want to start in test mode. Actually, you'll need to write rules to secure my data. This could be something fun to learn. I don't love this stuff, but it is important. So, I guess we'll do production mode. Let's give it a shot. So fun setting things up. It's so cold. It's very cold here. Hold on, let me text my friends about something. Give me a second. Yeah, I know. We already dealt with a secret. It's fine. Yeah, this is fine. Great. Okay. I already made a database. Did I not? I thought I just did this. Huh? Trying that again. Please. Oh my god, this app is not cooperating with me, I swear. Oh, okay, now you exist. Great. Rules. Great. There we go. Awesome. Let me think here. Yeah, I know previous crash. Don't worry about it. Can I redo it or? Cool. So this is where we would create our data-based records. So there's that. Oh, I just saw this. This is quite funny. No, right. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. yeah, I already have this, right? Not in the authentication view model, but like, I have it. Wait, gosh. It's in the Taskaroo. Yeah, I already configured Firebase here. Right, I guess we can also configure Firebase Firestore. Why not? Alright, let's see here. Alright, let me also fix something on my calendar because someone just sent me a message about something getting pushed back. So, you know what? I'll at least still be live tomorrow. That'll be nice. I push that too far back instead. Everything's so hard. Okay, that works. Cool. I did it. Great. Okay. So this is, I think the indentation's off on my computer though. It's indenting some stuff as 2 and some stuff as 4. Which is less than ideal. Let's see here. I'm not using this anymore. Can I? No, not that. Wrong button. Sorry. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back to share my screen. Okay. Let's see here. Got Firebase app configure. We let get the database set up. There's the authentication view model. I don't think I use the Google sign up button anymore. Pretty sure I can delete this. Let's see if anything breaks while I do. I don't think it will, because this is where I put in the button. So I wonder if instead I could kind of do what I did here and create a new file. It's called Google Sign Button. This is just me being abstract at this point and not knowing what to do with myself. So don't mind me. Once I'm not knowing what to do with myself, it's one to make everything look really good before I proceed. That's what I'll tell myself. Let's go with that, you know? So in here we've got SwiftUI, sure. And then we import in SwiftUI view. And then we also can import in that is a Google SwiftUI button instead. Something like that, sure. And then let's also go with so within the sign with Apple button, we've got this var body and then a function that returns the button. I want to do a var body with some view. So from that, I think hypothetically should be able to just take this whole button, put it in here. Okay, you don't see view model in your scope. Why do you not see view model in your scope? I declared it up there. I see now. Let's move it to here. And then, let's see, we got that. That looks good. That makes sense. So let's do that. And then all right. Let's see here. So this is hypothetically how I'd move the button, and hypothetically, it should all work now, except I got rid of the button, and I need to add it in. Now I'll be signed in with Google Swift UI button. Look at that. There we go. We love abstracting things away. Beautiful. And I kind of look the same too, which I like. Add padding on the bottom of this. Let's see it. Sweet. Looks good. Cool. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how I want to build out a task list. So let's see if we can find a task list in SwiftUI. That's a good starting point. Okay. Oh, potentially build a to-do list, but it's not. The iOS Academy's got voice. Next is full project code by supporting on Patreon. I do like the hustle. I don't have the money nor the time for that. Create a list of to-do items in SwiftUI. Yes. Creating the views. Sounds lovely. It's model view model architecture. That makes sense. I guess that answers that person's questions from yesterday. Okay, interesting. All right, cool. This is to add in stuff into attributes. Okay. So let's build out a new screen, shall we? New. Do new. And then tomorrow during the stream, work on my phone, we'll do some live testing on the physical device, and then we should hopefully. My initial plan was to move this into Android, but honestly, at this point, I think it'd be really fun to build like an app we can put on the App Store. Feeling ambitious. It's been a while since I put something out on the App Store, so I might do it. New file, Swift file. Let's do the two. When I initially envisioned this app, I envisioned a couple of things, right? And also my notebook with all my notes from yesterday is in the background because I used it to write down what Lego pieces my room and I were missing yesterday. Very important work, obviously. But it is preoccupied. So let's think here. Initially, or I guess I can just grab a new notebook and think through this app again, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I've got so many fun notebooks because I've got one notebook that's checkered, one notebook that's bullets, and one notebook that's straight lines. It's fun. So long story short, let's see here. So what I want to do is I want to have the login flow, right? So if the user is new, I want to ask permission to use calendar. And then if the person is after that, then I want to be able to just be taken to their, once they've given me permission to use calendar, it's the same no matter if they're an old user or a new user. So then they're taken to the home page. Right? On the home page, they can view tasks. They can view appointments. And then they can, like within view tasks, right, they can obviously add and delete tasks. And then they can also, within this, track time for tasks. And this will go on their corresponding calendar. You know, I don't use pen and paper a lot, but I do quite enjoy it. So once so I think I want to skip over this whole part where we ask for their permission to use their calendar for now. That sounds kind of complicated. I want to build out a homepage where you can view tasks, view appointments, and track time for tasks. So let's build out home. I should rename it. Can I rename it, please? It'll be just easier to delete it and undelete it, right? Move to trash. File. New. File. Swift UI view. Please. Home view. Ta-da. Nice. We add it back in here. So we'll do, let's group these into some folders. Can I add in a folder? I want to group them together. File, new folder. Guess not. Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out eventually. So, long story short, now we have a home view, right? Home view is pretty simple. Right now, just takes it to hello world. We can do a couple of things. First and foremost, so what needs to go on the home page, right? On the home page, we need to be able to view our tasks. We need to be able to view calendar. And then we also need to be able to track time. So I think, because I don't know, that sounds like a lot of stuff to cram into one place. So we can do task, adding into a task section, right? Build out a list. Okay, so this is how I create the little row view. So this would display the details from each landmark. Don't know if I necessarily want details from each landmark, but I would like a little like checkbox and a little like so I'm trying to think through. I'd like a little checkbox and I would like a little like timer kind of within each row element, and for those two to be functional. Let's try I might need to use some of the similar stuff. This location coordinates, that really doesn't matter. For those of you who are wondering, I'm looking through this tutorial right now called Building with Navigation. It's from the developer Apple library. And I really like the tutorials for the most part. They're very cool and quite helpful. Before we continue, let me check on a few more things. I want to make sure someone else coming in behind me. Oh no, I'm the last one for a while. Great, so if we run over, we run over. Good to know. Oh, I do really like the landmark detail. Okay. Let's see here. Yep. Create the row view. So I want to make a row. I want to make it have the little tappable button and the tappable row. How to make tappable icons in List SwiftUI. There we go. I do like the music though. Let's see here. What's my Duolingo? So fun. All right, well, let me think here. Let us think, shall we? I want to make a list. How do I make a list? I can hypothetically. Just make a list with some tasks. Oh, but then I have to create a task data structure. And this will probably would have to go up into my database. Ugh, that's taking. Man, I'm tired. I need to figure out what I want to do. So are my changes pushed? Let's check. No, they're not. Definitely not. Dash M. Part 2, Part 1. Get push, please. Beautiful. Great. Get this. Right. Let me think here, right? Because I wanna have the task itself. The absolute worst case, I want this to be a task list that exports to your Google Calendar. I think at this point, let's try and assume that's going to be a task list that exports to your Google Calendar. So let's see here. So if I were to do that, then we're on the main page. We have the tasks that we view. And then those tasks have 3 buttons. One of them is to take the time, right? So there's a timer button. One of them is to mark the task is complete. So a checkbox. Or a little circle. And one of them, and that one can move to the other side. And then one of them is to export the task to your calendar. So this would have to keep track of when you start and when you end it. So the times. Export calendar, right? So for that, I'm pretty sure I have system icons for all 3 of these. So that's not the problem. So let's try and build out the individual row. So I want to build out a new file. Kind of do it the same way that they're doing it on the other one. So Swift UI view, and this is going to be a task row view, right? Is that what it's called? Have been something like this, or was it just landmark row? No, it's just landmark row. So I'm gonna call it task row, not just view. Task row, please. Yep, cool. Right. So I want it to be. I want it to be a view, yes. And I want it to have a var task. It's going to be of type task. And I need to create this task structure. Let's create this task structure. And we file new file. Swift, this is just a regular Swift file. This will be something like task. Self-explanatory, I suppose. Well, not really, because this stuff is complicated. So we'll get Swift UI. We get all this stuff. So it's not a landmark that's hashable or codable, but the vibe's there, if you will. Okay. So it's got an ID. Yes. It's got a name. Yes. It's got an is completed, which is not a string, it's a Boolean. And then it's got a description. And then let's see, how to store multiple time intervals in Firebase, please. Because that determines how I store it in Swift UI. Values multiple times. No, that's not what I mean. Saving data. Yes. Firebase lets you store time, right? Just call it collection A. That's fine. Document ID. Test. Field. Timestamp. Great. Okay, awesome. So we can gather timestamps. And we can put them potentially. Boolean in scope. What? What do you mean you can't find Boolean in scope? It's a Boolean. That's not anything. Darwin? What's a Darwin Boolean? I have no idea. Ah! It's fine. Okay, I'm calling it task. I want it to just have a normal Boolean. Is that fine? Can I find that Boolean scope? I'm Googling this. I've never seen this before in my life. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's bool. I feel kind of silly there. Sorry about that. Okay, it's bool in this. It's bool in Swift. I literally know that. Oh, man, your girl needs a break. I know I already took one, but like, and I know the stream ends in 15 minutes. But not like we're gonna take one right now. But like, eesh. Okay, it's completed descriptions, and then I want timestamps. So, var tracking or time tracking. I want to store as an array, right? Of timestamps. Okay. So how would I do this? Var time tracking. Time tracker. Be an array of timestamps. CV timestamp. Okay. How to store timestamps. Oh, it's date. It's date. I'm pretty sure it's just date. It's not NS date even. It's just date. Like 99% sure now. Yes. Thank goodness. Oh. Yeah. True. No, I'm gonna take a break after this, I promise. I'm gonna go and like relax and enjoy my evening and maybe do some knitting, probably do some knitting, watch some TV. Maybe honestly. But I gotta do the practice exam. Might wake up tomorrow morning and do that honestly. Because I've got my class isn't until 10. Let's see here. Yeah. That should work. Alright, we have a plan. Oh, I love knitting. Knitting's my favorite. I'm working on a scarf for my friend's aunt. It's right here because she got us a bunch of stuff. So it's very cute. I have to unfurl it and like finish it before she goes home next week, so I can actually give it to her aunt. But yes, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, what's your issue? Don't like that I refer to task here. I'm deleting this. That's fine. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't take custom requests at this time. There is no time for me to finish them. There's this huge bin behind me. You can kind of see it, but you see the shelf, right? And then do you see you probably don't see them actually, but there's these two bins on the bottom of this shelf. They're about 60% of the height of their shelf. They're big. One of them is all winter clothes. The other is all knitting. That's it. Those are my two personalities, I suppose. The duality of man. Anyway, let's see here. What's your problem to the scarf? No, this scarf is the scarf's honestly kind of keeping me together right now, but that's fine. I kid when I say that. I'm doing all right. I've got a bunch of different things here that I don't like. I've got too many views. I've got to figure out this data structure to even get anywhere, really. Oh yeah, because then I'm gonna have to convert the date object in Swift to date timestamp object. Oh, I remember doing this. Like when I made my app, This is gonna be a side tangent, but back when I made my app, I had this exact same issue where I wanted to store timestamps, and it was super annoying. Um, I'm Googling my app right now to feel accomplished. That helps. One of my friends pointed out to me. Honestly, I needed a win. But also, one of my friends pointed out to me not too long ago that I have an affinity for rounded corners whenever I design apps. And it's not that like I'm self-conscious about it, but I have an affinity for rounded corners when I make apps. I don't know, I like rounded corners. I'm like, yeah, I love rounded corners. Completely unrelated, but you know. Okay, so each task will have an ID, a name, and a description. Thank you. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, I just wanted to see because she was like very much like you like. But they look great, and they help like differentiate the space, and it's like it's all the benefits of of a circle and all the benefits of a square. I love rounded corners. I think they're fantastic. Like, what am I like? Ovals look weird, right? So do like trapezoids and oh my god, not me not being able to say parallelograms, but those parallelograms. There we go. Thank you. Fashion does love squares. Parallelogram. So true. But fashion does love squares. Parallelograms. There we go. But those look funny. And squares are like you've gotta be vote. You gotta have like oomph to pull off a square. I don't have oomph. Well, I do have oomph, but like my apps don't need to have oomph, you know? Okay. Parallelogram. Parallelogram. See, I got it now, but I could not say that for the life of me for the last like minute. So true. There's a reason why all like social media and most apps are blue. Blue's calming or something. I don't know. But they do love their blue. All right. Well, let me see here. Do. So I want to have a row. Oh, they load in the data from the main bundle. That makes more sense. I see. Okay. All right. Well, we've only got about 5 minutes left, and I think we've been in a good place to stop for a second, and I don't have any more ideas for things I could do in 5 minutes. So, we're gonna push these changes. Oh, I need to add in a commit message. Git commit -m part 2, and then git push, and then there we go. So we've officially done all of our fun things that we're going to accomplish for the stream today. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and plug the GitHub repository so you can see all of our wonderful changes for yourself and no longer my private key because that's important. Then, in addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You'll see me back. Honestly, oh, yes. I have so many good recommendations. Hacking with Swift is my favorite. He's got so many good tutorials. Now I'm gonna geek out over Swift for a second. But he's got so many good tutorials. I really recommend the 100 Days of Swift UI. That one's fantastic. I think I did about 60 days of it before, life happened. But yeah, links right there, hackingwithswift.com. He's amazing. That entire, if you know any programming, you would skip to day 15. Or I'll put this. If you know a mobile language, you can skip to day 15. If you know any language, you can skip to day 7 or 8. And then starting in day 15, you start building apps. It's completely free. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. Hacking with Swift is amazing. Truly. It's 100 Days of Swift, 100 Days of Swift UI, Swift UI by example. All of them are fantastic. They've got tutorials. They've got a forum where people talk about it. They've got Swift in 60 seconds. You've got advanced concepts. It's great, truly. If you you really get to be a good mobile developer by the end of the 100 days. A really good one. And that's awesome. So yeah, that's my personal favorite. Highly recommend that one. And yeah, I hope you have fun finishing your app over winter break. I don't know what I'm going to be doing over winter break. I'll probably be applying to a job for the most part. So fun. We love graduating. But yeah, so ending on a positive note. Thank you very much for joining me on this fine, wonderful, I was about to say Saturday evening. It is not Saturday. Yes, go sleep, go to school. Internships are fun. Now it's time for jobs. So I'm going to head off. I will have a wonderful, good old time. I did. Anyway, I'm going to have a wonderful, good old time. I hope y'all have a wonderful, good old time. I will see you all at 1 p.m. Eastern for my stream tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'll see y'all at 1 p.m. for my stream tomorrow. And if you can't join that, you can always watch back the recording. No pressure. And I'll be back on Thursday, I think around the same time. I think 6 to 8 again, my time. So 7 to 9 Eastern. And then I'm also running Tetris tournament from 5 to 6 Eastern tomorrow. So yeah. All right. On that note, I'm going to head out. Thanks y'all for coming. And see y'all in the next one. Bye.